You've created a brotherhood with these guys, and you're assaulting open beaches, okay, with open MG42 German machine guns in barricaded nests, and you have to run to that. You don't think that they were fucking scared? You think they're all fucking like G.I. Joes, ripped and shit? No, dude, these were very normal dudes from the ranch down the road.
Yep.
And guess what they did? They stormed the beaches of Normandy, Omaha, Utah Beach. Why? Because it needed to be done. I'm scared, but this has to be done.
Yep.
I'm feeling sick. You have to work out. My knee hurts. You have to work out.
The one of the best quotes from what you're saying, because it applies to that, is we went to war we barely understood because we had a duty as men.
Amen. Long story short, and for the viewers, for those who care to listen to us babble on and rant, what we're saying is, everybody, there's no special people on earth.
I'm not special.
I'm not special either.
I'll tell you that right now.
But we're trying to become something. And when you try to become something, there's going to be heavy opposition. And if you can't do something like stick to a exercise program, because fill in the blanks, because I've heard every excuse in the book in the last 5 years. Imagine when the real stuff hits. Imagine when the pandemic hits. You saw how crazy people got with toilet paper. Imagine when there's no food.
Yeah, imagine.
And you're going to survive that when you couldn't even stick to an exercise program? Are you kidding me?
And then to put it all like in a general perspective, just when you say you're going to do something and you don't follow through, again, it's similar to that.
You program yourself at a subconscious level.
Then now you won't be able to do something down the road because you're like, nah, yeah, exactly.
Oh, my knee hurts. Oh.
Yeah. No,
my shoulder.
Yep. And what did
I'm
I tell you
sleepy. I'm tired. My back hurts.
What did I tell you the other day? I was like, bro, I haven't been on a run in a long time. I was like, I'm gonna go on a run tonight. And that was that day. It was like 102 degrees outside. And I told Mikey, I'm like, bro, I gotta go on this run because I said I was gonna go on this run.
Yeah,
and
I remember.
I kept putting
a couple days ago.
Yeah, I kept putting it in my head. I was like, okay, I don't want to go on this run. I really don't want to go on this run. And the fact that I said to myself in my head, I don't want to go on this run, I got pissed at myself.
Yeah.
Ended up going down to the Greenbelt, and instead of just jogging, I told myself, you're gonna sprint this mile. Like, you're gonna sprint it as hard as you can because you just said you don't want to do this run. So I'm not necessarily torturing myself, but the fact that I told myself, no, you shouldn't do this, now you're gonna push yourself harder because you said that. It's motivation more than anything. I'm motivating myself because of something, because of an action or of a thought that I had. So I sprinted that sucker, bro, and the bikes were going, and I was passing the bikes. And at one point, this guy was like, "Oh, that dude's trucking it. Oh, I can't keep up with him." And I was just flying. But anyways, texted Mikey. I was like, bro, I sprinted that sucker like...
You sent me a picture. You were as red as a lobster.
Yeah. I was so hot, man. I was so dehydrated too. Well, not as dehydrated as I would have been if I wasn't drinking that much water, but yeah, that's pretty much the gist of what that is right there. Or what
it's all about you.
About. Yeah, it is.
It's all about you. It's your perceptions, your emotions, your drive, your ability to use your imagination of what you want your life to be like. And are we telling you to go buy a Ferrari? No. Are we telling you to be rich? Oh, be rich. Are we telling you to go buy a house? It's like, no, actually, you know what? 10 generations ago, 20 generations ago, your ancestors were fighting off saber-toothed tigers and hunting and fighting other villages to make sure they survived.
Yeah.
And they did it. And these women were having babies in those. You remember Apocalypto when she had that baby in the water in that big well, that big hole?
I'm trying to remember it, but yeah, now
the main character, why he comes back to the village.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how people had babies, like out in those type of circumstances. No fucking epidurals, no, none of that. They're having them.
All natural.
And sometimes they're even dying to give birth. That's not the point. The point is not giving birth. The point is that people were living in these conditions, bro, to ensure that the next generation survived. And then the next generation survived. And then they go through the bubonic plague. And then they go through the Black Plague. And then they go through World War I. And then they go through World War II. All so that you can sit here in 2020 and complain that something hurts and you're tired of people making fun of you on the internet. You're tired of your spouse or your lover, your significant other not paying attention to you. Have you done anything that's worthy of attention?
Yeah. Yep.
Have you done anything that's worthy of admiration? Have you done anything that should make your partner be like, wow, this person is something else?
Yeah.
You want to sit there on a TV or watching TV, eating a bag of chips, and doing whatever it is that you think needs to be done, and you want to complain about all the reciprocal energy that you're receiving that's negative. Have you been putting out good energy out? Mm-hmm. What makes you feel that you deserve to be looked at? What makes you feel that you deserve to be loved? Earn it. I can tell you right now, dude, all the people that I've ever been involved with, girlfriends, the whole thing, I'm pretty sure they like me because of certain character traits and how I presented myself, how I made them laugh, how I did all this, and how I did all that. It's like people admire people's ability to do something, just like you and I, we've talked about, like, you know, women. We talked about, like, I really like how soothing her aura is. I really like how she's smiling all the time. Mm-hmm. Okay, so why do you think that person's smiling all the time? Do you think they just woke up and be like, you know what, today I'm going to smile. I'm not going to work out for 10 years. I'm not going to eat good for 10 years. I'm going to be a lazy glutton. But I'm going to smile all the time. And it's going to be genuine. And I'm going to bring literal light to other people's world. And then they wonder why people are so depressed, why people are down in the dumps. Because you can't even exercise for 45 minutes, 5-6 times a week, and do something that's worthy of attention. Do something that you actually bring something to the table. Like, wow, my wife is real kick-ass. Or like, wow, my husband's real kick-ass. He's committed. Even when he's sick, he goes off on sprints. Even when he's not feeling well, I'm sitting there pleading with him, please just relax. Just rest for a little bit. No. I need to work out. Sometimes it helps me get over it.
Yeah.
Is this about working out, guys?
No, that's exactly what I was going to bring up. It's not that.
Hit it.
It's not about just working out. It's about how you feel after the fact. And it's not just working out, it's with other things.
It's an accelerant for everything else.
It's how you feel after the fact. Okay, when you do something that's worthy, or that's something that makes your testosterone go up, or it makes your
endorphins
go up,
adrenaline,
you not only at the time or after the fact do you feel like, okay, I accomplished something, I did that, right? You start to see differences down the road. It's not just at that specific moment after you work out or whatever you're doing. It's beyond that. And it keeps going, and you start seeing these results, and you're just like, damn, like I feel good, like I'm starting to look good, or I'm starting to feel smarter, or
you think faster, dude. The more fit you are, the more your brain is working the way it's designed to work.
Yeah,
that's a fact, bro. This is science. This isn't bro head or what, bro.
No, bro science. Bro science. Yeah,
it's not bro science. Like, this is an established scientific fact. Your brain works best when you're fit. You involve yourself in high fast moving like sports, especially combat sports, a lot is happening very, very fast. And because your brain is being trained on, okay, if I don't move, this guy's going to land this right hook right on my chin.
Yep.
And which actually is directly correlated with a higher IQ. Because you're already used to processing information at a very fast, in real time.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Anybody can be smart at a desk and it's ventilated and they have time to work out a problem. There's other people that can actually make things happen quickly.
Yep.
So it's an aggressive intelligence, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to piggyback off, you brought something up, and I kept saying it to myself over and over, so I don't forget.
Yeah, I do that too.
I've seen parallels. I've noticed that the way people approach their fitness game is actually how they approach everything else in their life. I've noticed that parallel. It almost walks hand in hand, and sure enough, the way they look, the way they appear, to my eye, I can tell how they train by just looking at them. Mm-hmm. Right? And it's because there's parallels. You train this way, you're going to look this way, you're going to think this way, you're going to blah, 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 blah. And then you can also look at somebody that maybe is going to the gym, but you can tell they're not doing any of the right things. So they don't have that energy, that presence. They don't have all these different things. So there's multiple parallels to your fitness game and how you approach life in general, and then how you present your physical being to somebody.
Yep. I was gonna say something, but I forgot.
I think you were going to say how good these cigars were.
Yeah, that too, man. Jesus. That's what I was gonna go back to. So all of this, everything that we've been just blurting out, pretty much, because I mean, we don't write down all these things. We literally just write down a quote, and we're like, let's talk about that, and then we just
exactly
go off
what we
on
did
it.
today.
That's literally all we do.
I call this ranting.
Yeah, it's not scripted, as you can tell. But anyways, just going back to the beginning, it's all you. It's always been about you, always will be about you. And what was that last one?
I said it's always been about you, it always is about you, and it always will be about you. Your decisions that you make, your ways of thinking is why everything that's happening, good and bad, in your life, you've created it.
Yep.
Now, that might be a hard pill to swallow for some, but like that old saying go, if the shoe fits, wear it.
Yep.
You made that bed, you gotta sleep in it now.
Yep.
For you Spanish speaking folks, ahora la bebes o la derramas. And that means you serve that cup, now either spill it or drink it.
Yep.
But it's not gonna stay there.
And some advice: stop blaming others for whatever happens in your life, because it's not their fault.
Because it's all on you.
It's always on you. Maybe that person or whoever it was might have had something to do with it, but ultimately you made a certain decision to get yourself in that situation or whatever. So it's always been you. It always will be. I never blame anybody. I used to, but I didn't know any better, because I thought that's what I was like, no, it's not my fault. But it is, even if it's a good thing or a bad thing, doesn't matter.
Yeah, and
It's
also indecision. Sometimes it's I just won't deal with it right now. Oh, okay. You don't want to deal with that little ache that started off as a little ache or as a little headache. You just waited and waited and waited, procrastinated, lazy, stuff your face full of food, watch, Vampire Diaries. Oh, I just found out I have a brain tumor. Okay.
Yep.
Well, tried giving you the signs, and you ignored it, and your lack of, or your indecision has now made this into a big problem. And again, you can see those parallels everywhere. Basically, guys, it's all about you, and we are saying things that we know aren't popular.
Yeah.
We don't care.
Not popular.
Don't watch it if you don't like it. But for those of you that actually are saying to yourself, you know what?
Damn, I hate those guys.
but they're saying that what they're saying makes sense at a very fundamental level.
Yeah.
Guys, we have an extraordinary amount of love and respect for those that are trying to become something, and we love being a part of their journeys. We have a couple people that they will go unnamed, who are doing amazing things with their life right now, and nothing brings us more joy than seeing those text messages or those phone calls or the FaceTime saying, "I'm overwhelmed with good emotions because I'm finally able to stick up to this person. I'm finally losing some weight. I'm finally doing this, finally doing that." All because they made a decision to stop being a coward. And I'm going to leave it there.
Yep. And we're always there to help every single time.
100%.